Hello everyone, welcome to Halo Moon Tarot. This is your weekly reading for Gemini. The little bird I have here, so cute. Thought I'd do something different this week. And I am doing a totally different kind of reading for Thursdays. For a while, we'll see how it goes. But what I'm doing is asking every single sign a specific question. I've been pulling out a couple cards, looking at the energies, coming up with a question. So far, it's going pretty good. Every sign gets a question, so if your sun sign doesn't resonate, you can look at your moon or rising to see. You might even get confirmation in all three. Let's have a look here. So Scorpio, the question I have for you is, what needs to be acknowledged in your relationships? Okay, what is it that needs to be acknowledged? Yeah, so it's definitely someone here. It could be how someone communicates. It's often a person who's rather... It's a person who, they want it. It's where they want something, but they don't really ask for it outright. Okay, that's what I'm feeling there. Yeah, so it's all, so it has to do with communication. It has to do with talking, communicating, being very passionate. Because we have someone here who I feel is apprehensive to communicate something, okay, but that they're really passionate about. And I do feel it could be someone who takes a long time to communicate. Okay, let's see. Yeah. It's also an energy of talking about compatibility, the things you have in common, going down this path. It's an energy of two people who are supposed to be building each other up. So someone here, I feel, it could be just the way they communicate. Yeah, I feel it's just acknowledging the things you have in common. And about going down this path where it's going. I do feel things look pretty good for the most part if you're already seeing someone. Because this is kind of general about any relationship. But I do see that energy here of... it's also an energy of someone who often... They want something, but it's also an energy of being more flexible, cooperating and compromising, okay, regarding things you have in common, creativity, whatever that may be, because it's about going down this path. It's about keeping it going. So what needs to be acknowledged? Yeah, so I do see some kind of truth. Yeah, so there is definitely, could be something to do with children if you're in a marriage or something. Because I feel like we got a person who doesn't always communicate exactly what they want. Because that's what I feel with that. It's a slower moving energy. Someone who kind of just takes their time. Because they are apprehensive. They want it to be successful, like they're hoping they get what they want out of it, but yet I feel like it's not that clear because it has to do with truth, success, clarity, victory. Yeah, so this could be a married couple, could have something that needs to be talked about, children, or somebody wants to have children, or the direction this relationship is going. Is it going to be a commitment? Who do you want children? That's what I feel here too. But I also feel there's someone who, what needs to be acknowledged, it's being more flexible. It's often a person who likes to give little gifts to show someone they love them instead of actually saying it. Yeah, something about marriage, children, definitely for some of you. But it has to do with being fair. See, it's about being fair, not bending over backwards to please somebody. Being more flexible. Yeah, so there are, I feel, little trust issues or mixed messages. This is often energy where it's mixed messages or it becomes confusing. Five of Swords. And there could be trust issues. Some of you may be feeling like you can't trust somebody because of the way they communicate. It's like they don't tell you everything. They just kind of say something. It comes in out of the blue when you least expect it. And they kind of want you to bend over backwards to please them. Like, give me what I want kind of energy. So interesting there. So it could be resulting in mixed messages, trust issues, miscommunication. Yeah. Gemini. What does Gemini need to know? This one first. Yeah. So I see a little Aries, Scorpio energy. Yeah. And some Sag. It has to do with someone tempering their passions, being patient. So like I feel it's an energy of someone trying to look before they leap. But it is about going down this path. It has to do with this, going down this path together. leaving something behind. Some of you may be thinking of leaving this person behind and going off on another path, or vice versa. But I really feel it has to do with someone who's kind of thinks before they speak too. But I feel there's miscommunication, mixed messages. And it could be too where you feel like you're being manipulated, where somebody communicates in a way where they want you to bend over backwards to please them. And I'm surprised the Eight of Pentacles didn't come out right after that, because it's like they want you to do all the work. So there's things that need to be acknowledged with the Three of Pentacles. Yeah. It could have to do with children or something that happened in the past. Okay, someone may be reminiscing something that's happened here. Maybe in a past relationship, but I feel some of you too, you want to know where a relationship's actually going. No, I do feel energy of patience, but it's when something doesn't feel right. See, something feels off. It doesn't feel right. Could be making you feel uncomfortable, or you're having a hard time trusting this person because it feels off. But yet with this, it's about something being just right. So I feel there's some kind of confusion. Yeah. Let's have a look at this Page of Pentacles. Why is this person communicating this way? Yeah, they're apprehensive, shy. It's also sometimes a person who makes up excuses, but it is a person, like I say, it's like they reach out, they're fishing for information, they want to know something, or they're up to something. It's always a story or excuses. So this could be like any kind of relationship, but I feel it has to do with them, just coming in out of the blue, wanting someone to bend over backwards to please them. And it's often a person who has excuses for this as well. So mixed messages. You could have someone who's kind of wishy-washy, sending mixed messages. Yeah. And then we have the Seven of Cups. So it's an energy of opportunity. Someone looking at the opportunity. See, maybe feeling someone's making up excuses, or they have other opportunities. But it's telling you to look at it. It has to do with someone exploring their feelings too. Looking at how they feel. Because I do feel there's an energy of that. Yeah. See, it's an energy of what needs to be acknowledged. The Seven of Cups, confusion. Or someone may have other options. They may be making up excuses. So there's things that need to be talked about. Let's have a look at the Ace of Swords. Yeah, so there's definitely some reminiscing, lessons learned from the past, moving away to avoid a disaster. See, it's like somebody's trying to avoid something. They're trying to avoid acknowledging something. And I don't know what it is. It could be a situation with a past relationship, children, existing relationship, but it feels like something isn't right. It's not fair. Maybe you feel like they're manipulating to get what they want, so you bend over backwards to please. So, yeah, let's have a look at the Six of Swords. So that's where I feel lessons being learned, moving forward calmly and peacefully, even the past in the past. So there's a need to acknowledge this. And this could be something that's happened in a married couple in the past that someone's reminiscing. Yeah, there it is. See, it's about whether someone has your best interest, safety, security, financial stability. There's a lot of things that need to be acknowledged here. Maybe past partners, but there's lessons being learned. I feel it's an energy of lessons, moving forward calmly and peacefully, communicating calmly. But I do feel it's somebody here some of you have a person who's just making up excuses, where you start to feel you can't trust them, like they have other options. If it's someone you're just dating, or you want to know if this is going to lead to a commitment, you want it acknowledged. Yeah. Let's have a look at the Five. It could be something to do with a person who, a past marriage they were married to, or there's children too. So watch that. Or someone who makes up excuses when it comes to a house, a home, a family, a legacy, something financial. If there's children involved, yeah, something to do with a house and a home. I mean, there is some positive energy. I actually feel a lot of the positive energy here is you actually have things in common. Okay, now I do see possibly some of you a blended family. There's always somebody here who's a little apprehensive or shy, or someone making up excuses. Now the Page of Cups to me is also someone who fishes for information. So what they do is they come in and they don't say too much. They just kind of drop a hint or say a little thing. It comes in out of the blue and it kind of becomes confusing. It could be anything. Like there's a lot of possibilities here. Yeah. Very interesting read though. Let's have a look at justice. Why is justice here? Yeah. So it's an energy of someone maybe keeping a secret, but it's also telling you to trust your intuition, Gemini. Feel like you already know the answers you're seeking. So if somebody here, like I say, it's an energy of a person who could be making up excuses, or they're, it has to do with a legacy, financial stability, a marriage, maybe involving children from maybe even the past. Could also have to do with some of you, what needs to be acknowledged, talked about, is moving and relocating. I feel like you know the answers you're seeking, but you feel someone may be keeping, some of you may be feeling someone's keeping a secret. Okay. And they could be just kind of, you want to acknowledge it. I feel like this person kind of wants to talk about it, because it could be them trying to get you to talk about it. But you can definitely flip that energy. Tell me about this Five of Swords. Yeah, so definitely there's the energy. Somebody who wants somebody to do all the work. That's definitely confirmed here. They want you to bend over backwards to please them. So they just communicate in a way. They don't say too much. They tell you a story, or they always have an excuse. Yeah, see, it takes two people to build. And I also see something about finances, building. See, building trust. There's definitely an energy there. I feel like whatever situation you're in, I feel like it's actually pretty good. I actually feel like it's pretty good, but there's things that need to be talked about. And I feel there's this avoidance because things are going well, because I do see a reason to celebrate. I see a partner, two people partnering up. Yeah, and I do feel someone here is a little shy of expressing their feelings, their emotions possibly as well. Yeah, but it's also someone's history. I feel the way they're raised, things like that too. A lot of secrets. But I feel like this energy of this Page of Cups really is telling me something for pretty much every card here. And that's what I'm kind of looking at here, is that energy. Because things look pretty good, but I feel as things are moving on. I mean, it could be things are moving too fast, feeling a little overwhelmed. It could be someone making excuses because they're feeling overwhelmed. They want to talk about it, but yeah, they're worried. I feel this is somebody who could be a little, I don't feel so much worried, but it's like they're trying to avoid a disaster, or someone's trying to avoid the truth. But yet things look good. The heart of the reading is the Four of Wands, sentimental. See, someone who's, sometimes you get a person who's not good expressing themselves. Like I say, they often give gifts to show you how they feel, because I feel like there's somebody, and they're also hiding something here, but I feel like you already know the answers you're seeking. Yeah, I feel like it's just, like I say, avoidance, excuses, trying to avoid a disaster, or someone's trying to avoid this discussion. Yeah. It's often an energy where someone just keeps a lot of things to themselves. But yeah, it takes two people to build. It's about putting in the effort. See, trust, maybe you're having a hard time trusting. I feel it's more miscommunication, or feeling like someone who manipulates. They always come up with an excuse, you see, to put in the work, to put in the effort, to do with house, home, family, children. Yeah, and it could be just where you want to talk about it, and it could be yourself not really sure how to talk about it, especially if you've just moved in together. And there's children, like I say, there's a lot of responsibility there. Let's have a look at the Fool, because I do see this energy of the leap of faith, someone looking before they leap, making sure you can trust someone before you go down this path, because if something feels off, it needs to be talked about, because it has to be fair. This is about being fair. And I feel someone's keeping it to themselves. It could be like some sort of judgment too. Often the Justice card is kind of, judgment in a way. Yeah, let's have a look at the Fool. Yeah, see someone taking a risk, it's a person trying to avoid confrontation. They don't want confrontation. but it has to do with taking action. And then I see temperance. So temperance is definitely where something starts to feel off, but it has to do with someone being patient. Also an energy of patience, talking about being more patient with the children, if there is children, okay, or just being patient, giving this person the opportunity. Someone may be doing a little inner work, kind of going within, into me, I see. What about temperance? Yeah, see patience. 2 cards confirm. It's about being patient with each other, being more flexible, being more understanding. It's also an energy of acknowledging the accomplishments, always acknowledging the accomplishments, the good things that somebody does around the house and the home or in the relationship, instead of looking at the negative things as well. So saying to kind of look at that and be patient, because I do feel patience will pay off. Yeah, see, it's someone trying to avoid confrontation. They don't want confrontation because everything looks so lovely for some of you. It really does. It looks like a partnership, but it has to do with whether, 2 people have their best interest, whether someone has your best interest at heart here too, to be stable, loyal, dependable, reliable. And if you have a person who's making up excuses where you can't rely on them, you start to have trust issues about whether, where this is going, or if it even is going to end up in marriage. If it is a living together, or you're just, spending time together. And if you have a blended family, there's always lots to talk about. Tell me about this communication with the 8 of Wands. Yeah, see, it says that where everything becomes clear. See, it's about starting something. So I do see happiness and joy. I actually feel there's a lot of happiness and joy. I just feel there's something really, really good here. But things that need to be acknowledged. I feel there's not a lot to worry about. I feel it's just being patience paying off, waiting for the right time. It's almost like we have someone here who's really busy. They never really find the right time. The time's never right to talk about it, so they try to avoid it. Excuses. But yeah, I feel it's just energy of being more flexible. And that's also an energy of not bending over backwards to please someone. Yeah, so I do feel there's also a talk about marriage commitment, building a foundation, okay, maybe even finances, long-term financial situations. Marriage is definitely there. So it never seems to be the right time, I feel, to talk about it. But I do feel this is someone who, if you're patient, it'll pay off. I do feel this is someone who'll kind of, it's like they're easing their way into it, moving forward calmly and peacefully. They don't want to, it's just an energy of 2 people kind of learning as they go. So I feel it's a situation for some of you that's happened very quickly. It started really fast. Someone could be feeling a little overwhelmed, but a lot of overwhelming happiness too. So yeah, there's nothing I don't think really major here. It's just some of these are just life things that need to be talked about when people come together. And you could be anywhere along the stage where it's just getting going and you want something solid, reliable. You want this person to make some kind of a commitment. But it's like the timing never seems to be right. They're always busy, or they make up some sort of excuse. And it could be because they are a little apprehensive, because there's things they may be wanting to talk about. It goes both ways. So I find this reading interesting. Tell me about this 10 of Pentacles. And then we're going to do the 4 of Wands again. Yeah. So it has to do with long-term planning, success, victory. Someone's pride and ego may be getting in the way too. Now, I do see someone takes more pride and care in their house and home. The other person maybe not as much. Maybe they make up excuses. But I also see someone making up excuses because their pride and ego is getting in the way. See, someone's not so sure if this is going to be something long term. It's like they're starting it and then they get to this point where they're not so sure, starting to feel apprehensive. So I would say definitely wait for the right time. Ease your way into that conversation. Don't overwhelm somebody with too much too fast. As far as, talking, sharing too much too fast. Just kind of keep things kind of simple. Keeping things kind of simple. The 6 of Cups is there, yes. Let's have a look at the 4 of Wands. Yeah, we have someone soul searching. See, it's whether this will be long term. They're soul searching their life path, looking for clues. They're going within. We have someone who could be a little bit of an introvert too. This is often my introvert energy, with someone who isn't very good expressing themselves. You know, they look at it, they want it to be successful, and then all of a sudden they just kind of do it. They just take the risk and they do it, and it doesn't always work out. So I feel this is someone who's learned that from before. Life mistakes, lessons, six of swords, see? The truth. Yeah, so there's the light bulb going off. Yeah, so somebody who will tell the truth. I honestly feel this person sees it too. They know there's things that need to be acknowledged. The cooperation, compromise, the need to be compatible, flexible, the things you have in common if you're just starting this out. You may be wanting to acknowledge it before this person's ready, but they are looking. They're looking for clues. They're going within. Into me, I see. See, they are kind of thinking about that. But they're not, they're not sure yet. They're still in that, they're kind of just exploring the idea. They want it to be successful. They really do. Their pride could be getting in the way too, but if there is an issue with pride, I feel it has to do with their house and their home. Someone here takes great pride in their house and their home. Someone else takes great pride in see, the things that make you click, that work, is a person takes pride in their finances, their business, their work. The other person takes pride in their house and their home. So you're actually bringing something to the table here. I like this reading. I feel it's pulling out all kinds of interesting energy. Things for food for thought. I mean, some of these things may resonate, some may not. But yeah, this person's a little bit of an introvert. Yeah. Someone who's been single for a while, a little bit of a free spirit. It could be a little bit overwhelming. There's so much joy and happiness, though. They like this. So it's not like they don't. It's just that little bit of apprehension because it's moving so quickly. They do want to talk about things. I mean, maybe it's yourself, Gemini, where you want to talk more about it. But I feel if you overwhelm them, this person could kind of run away a little bit. I don't think they want to, though. I really feel this is someone who, they've just been single for a while too, possibly. This path they've been on. This is the path they've been on. This is where their headspace has been at. And then all of a sudden it's like, wow. Yeah. I think it's all good. Tell me about this Five of Wands. Yeah, they're definitely someone who doesn't like drama. They don't like a lot of drama. If there are children involved too, there could be a little chaos, conflict, children fighting. Maybe they're not sure how to deal with it, especially if they've been single, living alone, things like that. Little Virgo energy. Doesn't mean they are. It often shows up because of just a person's energy. Yeah, they are focused a lot on their money, their finances. See, they are someone who takes pride in their work, their business. That's the path they've been on. Then all of a sudden, something starts. And the other person, I would have to guess yourself, unless you're in this energy, you want something solid, reliable. You want to build a foundation. You want marriage. You want commitment. You see, all these things are very fast. It's right here, all very quickly. So give this person a chance to kind of, work things out. Because I do feel, like I say, they could have a few trust issues. This is someone who's worked very hard to get what they, to get where they're at financially. So they're a little worried about the future, conflict, what happens. So I feel it's an energy of, coming into it with a positive, high vibrational energy. Looking at it that it is long term, but planning for the worst. So what I'm kind of seeing too is possibly someone who wants to talk about a prenup. It's not here yet, but I can already see it coming. Or just how to deal with it. Because it's like they want this to be successful. They're coming into it going, yep, I'm ready to go down this path. Okay, I'm focused on my money. All is good. I'm still apprehensive, feeling a little bit better from the page to the Knight. You see, this is where patience will pay off. But it's also about preparing for the worst. Fights, arguments, how to deal with it. How are we going to deal with these? Or if there's children involved, things like that, especially blended families. It's sort of like talking about it before it happens. I feel they're trying to avoid something, but yeah. If it's you wanting to talk about it, they may be apprehensive because it might be just a little too much too soon. So let's have a look at the 5. Yeah, so it's about choosing the one. This person sees you as the one. They're very attracted. I mean, you're the one. There's no doubt. So, yeah. But like I say, some trust issues. That's why I feel they could be sending mixed messages, mixed signals. Yeah, they have trust issues when it comes whether this will actually be long term, but I do feel, like I say, I can see them leveling up, becoming less apprehensive, especially if you can be patient. If you can be patient, I feel this person will just kind of calm down, and they aren't going to let you know how they feel internally, because it's the into me I see. They keep it to themselves. I do feel they're a bit of an introvert too. Like, I feel this is someone who doesn't like, it's not easy to talk about some things easily. They have to ease their way into it, put it that way. Learning as they go. Yeah, flying along by the seat of the pants. That's what I kind of see here. Yeah, see, they are definitely exploring their feelings and emotions. I feel this person sees you as the one. And if you've just met each other and things are going well, don't rush it too much. Enjoy it. Live in the moment a little bit. Enjoy the moment. I do see playful flirting, having a good time. I feel they really like that. It makes them happy. Yeah, I feel like you can both make each other happy. I feel like you have a lot in common. I do feel it's something that'll go okay. I think patience, see, tempering the passions, tempering the emotions. Both people just being patient. If something feels off a little bit, you talk about it. Yeah, because I do feel they're going from the page to the night. See, it's saying patience will pay off. Don't rush too much, especially if it's something that just started, because I do feel they look at that pentacle. They know what you want. Now, I don't know if they're making excuses. To me, it looks more like they're just apprehensive. But yeah, and it could go, like I say, if you are in a situation already, a marriage, and you're dealing with someone who's always making up excuses, you might be starting to think of going down another path. Some of you that are in a relationship with someone who keeps making up excuses, why they're not pulling their weight, while they're not helping with the children if there's children, or they aren't taking any, there could be pride in their appearance. They're kind of, that kind of energy. That's what I feel. They're not... If you have someone like that and you want to talk to them about it, I say the best time with someone you're just dating and you find they don't take pride in their appearance, their house and their home, but yet they take pride in their work, they're stable, or they make up kind of excuses about things, and you only see them when they want attention. Don't be afraid to acknowledge that one fairly quickly. Yeah, but those of you where I feel like you've been seeing each other for a while, and it's really just a lot of happiness and joy. I feel patience. I mean, both things, patience will pay off. But it's about being flexible. Because we have someone here who's very prim and proper, very neat, very tidy in their home. The other person, not so much. You see, it's all these things, right, that happens. So, but yeah. I do think this is someone who'll be more generous with their time and their energy. I do feel I feel like just dating, just going with the flow, living in the moment, enjoying the time that you have, especially if it has to do with wanting children and you're younger and you want to bring it up. I feel like you need to just wait till a more appropriate time. Especially if you've been seeing him a bit and then all of a sudden decide you want this to go somewhere, because I do feel there's just happiness, joy and happiness. Yeah, but the overwhelming energy, see, overwhelming joy and happiness. Sometimes people can't even express that kind of thing. It's just so good. But often people kind of look at that like, wait a minute. I don't feel they're going, it's too good to be true or anything. But yeah, I do feel it has to do with more time, more energy. They want to reach out. They might drop a hint and hope that you carry on the conversation. If they sense or feel that you have the same concerns. So I think there's going to be reciprocity. I think both of you need to bend over backwards a little bit once in a while for the other person, but also be a little bit more flexible, be a little more patient with each other. Because this is a fast-moving change energy. And you see this person kind of starts to slow down a little bit. It's very fiery and fast. Yeah, it's not like they're not interested because they're still leveling up. They're still going from the pages to the knights. So no worries there. Yeah, so watch your words. Don't start giving ultimatums or questioning too much or... okay, because I do feel you could overwhelm. Just saying to just be wise. Trust your inner knowing. I feel like you already kind of know. I think you're wise. I really feel. Just let this person focus on what they do, the path that they're on. You carry on focusing on you, doing what you need to do. But I feel like you both bring a lot to the table. I feel it's just patience, investing, showing each other you're invested. Maybe romantic nights, planning romantic evenings, especially if there's kids. Spending time alone, showing that you're invested, that you're interested, that you still want to connect. That's the romanticizing energy that I see too. Someone who wants a little bit more romance. That's how you keep a relationship alive. I used to have friends who've been together since they were in grade school. It was secondary school back then, grade 8. They're still married. They got 3 kids. They have a romantic dinner once a week. He does it. She does it. And they do this. Of course, sometimes life gets in the way, but they make the effort and they stick to it. And they've done it for years. They have a night where the kids get fed off to your rooms and mom and dad sit there and have a romantic dinner. They talk. They listen to music. If there's things to talk about, they do it. But they do it after dinner, after, with some candlelight. And this is the sense I'm feeling, that romantic energy. For those of you who are in a relationship, someone's starting to think they'd rather be single, you see, play the field because they're not getting the attention they want. They want some romance. So, yeah, being a little more flexible and be patient with each other, giving each other what you need. So I really like this for you. I feel there's a lot of wisdom. I feel like you already know this. You already know all these things, I feel, Gemini. But I feel this person, because they've been on a different kind of path. They don't know all the things that you know. Probably they've been single a long time. Maybe a single parent. Some people stay single parents for a long, long time until the children leave home and then they're free. You see? And then by then, they haven't dated, they haven't done any of these things. So, right? Yeah, but I feel it's going to take both people to put in the work, to effort, to overcome miscommunication, communication issues, trust issues. I feel, I think it can be done with this energy. So take care, and we'll see you soon.